Hello everyone, this is Keisha Bowie, and I'm sorry I'm a little bit late. So while I'm waiting for everyone to come in, I'm just gonna briefly talk for a second to give people a chance to come in. So for anyone that's just joining my page, Closet Talk by Keisha Bowie, I want to give you like a brief little summary of what it is. Basically, Closet Talk is, you know how people say that, you're keeping things, closets, skeletons in a closet and everything. You're hiding things. So Closet Talk basically gives you a safe place to talk about things that you normally wouldn't talk about to other people. Like we deal with, domestic violence. We're talking about things like, helping our youth, become better people and stuff. We're talking about like mental health. We're talking about serious issues that people are normally afraid to talk to in front of other people. So Closet Talk is more or less a safe space. So that's basically like the purpose behind it, and we'll be bringing like more topics. Will meaning me. I'm just one person, but hey. But that's the purpose behind Closet Talk, just to give y'all like a little heads up. It's just stuff that, that's personal, that you need to get out as therapy, but you don't know how to get out. So you're saying it, you're talking to whereas you want to be heard. Eventually, you'll bring yourself out of that safe space, the closet, and you'll talk in front of other people. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to talk about the topic tonight. And my topic tonight is when my enemy tried to expose me and it ended up backfiring and blessing me. Okay, when you're talking about things that you're trying to be positive towards people, like my life is my life. The things that happen, like if I say that, I was a victim of domestic violence and stuff, it's like I have some type of proof to back it up. If I say that something happened to my child or children, guess what? I have proof to back it up. So some of these things, when you're talking, like you're telling the truth, what happened to you, there are people that's going to get upset because they don't like the truth and it makes them feel uncomfortable. And so here are the trolls that come out. And what I mean by trolls, there are some people that call themselves trying to expose you. Now, a couple of weeks back, I want to say, I would have to look at it, but I'm going to just say a couple of weeks back, there was an incident to whereas person called himself exposing me, except for it was a fake page. And let me quote, because I don't want to get this wrong, so let me quote this. Someone by the name of Bauer Derek from Lafayette, Louisiana, that's what they have their fake page under. So quote unquote, this was his message to me. You call yourself a woman of God, but all you do all day is bash everyone. Let me shed some light on you, fake Christian. Who is your son's real father? And then Derek Bauer goes on, or Bauer Derek, he goes on to post the papers, DNA papers, that was supposedly from 2019, which they were. But I'm going to give you the backstory to everything. So bear with me. It's going to be a little second leading up to this. So anyway, I'm legally married. When I met my extra person, I was working 2 jobs. Okay, I was working, well, I don't want to say the 2 names of the places. One, I was working in a restaurant, and the other place I was working at a sporting place. So one of the things my grandmother used to watch my daughter. And so when I met him, I asked, do you have a girlfriend? Do you have any kids? His answer, my extra person told me no, he don't have no girlfriend. He don't have no kids. Okay, I asked that again. So I said, okay, by me working 2 jobs, now bear with me because I'm going somewhere with this. By me working 2 jobs, the time that I get, like my off days are with my daughter. So if you want to date me, you got to date my daughter too. So anyway, we ended up going on a date. Our date that we ended up going on was to the movies. Okay, movie date went fine. At the end of the movies, somebody comes up They call him by his name and tells him, "Congratulations, so-and-so, I heard you had a daughter." No, not me. You must be talking about my brother. Now keep in mind, they both have similar names, but it's not that similar for, no, for you to get them confused because they don't look nothing alike. Again, the person said, "Yeah, so-and-so," talking to my extra person, "I heard that you did have a daughter." He said no, denied it to the end. Okay, cool. That's in the back of my head, but I didn't hear nothing else for a while. So as time went on, there was more about it. So come to find out, I met him in August of 2002. Okay. His daughter was born in December of 2002, but I really didn't hear nothing about her until she was like, I want to say 10 months to close to a year, something like that. So keep in mind, we had been dating all of this time and everything, you know. Long story short, you know, when I learned the truth, when I did find out, I found out from the extra person's mother that he knew about his daughter all along. He knew about the daughter because he was there with the girl. He cut the umbilical cord and everything, so he lied. Okay, me, I'm going to tell you the truth, just like I could tell you somebody else, what somebody else did. I'm going to tell you what I did. Instead of me being the bigger person and walking away, I think I want to say 23, 24 years old at that time. So my feelings was hurt by all of this going on, all the lies and everything. I decided, I'm not going to lie to you. Okay, I'm going to play catch back. This dude hurt my feelings. You know, he did all of this cheating the whole time we're together. So again, I wasn't the bigger person. I decided to play catch back and try and hurt him like he did me. Okay, being that I did that, at that time, I wasn't seeing that there are consequences and stuff like that. I just wanted to hurt you as bad as you hurt me. And I wanted to drag you on and stuff, because there's another story behind it too. When I did find out about his daughter, he ended up telling me that was the girl. Now, back to the girl, I can't say her name. His baby mama. Okay. Well, she told me that, you know, I have a daughter, and you know, we used to mess around, and so I need to find out if that's my daughter. Again, he cut the umbilical cord and everything. He was there, helped deliver the baby and everything. So I have all kinds of lies going on. So again, but that still doesn't make it right. I should have been a bigger person, the better person, and walk away. I didn't. Instead, I ain't gonna lie to you, before Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion and all of them, guess what? I was dropping it like it's hot, doing everything that it could because I wanted to hurt him as much as he hurt me. So anyway, moving along, how he found out about our kid was an immediate, I'm gonna just say an immediate family member said something. So when he did find out, you know, how I told you the story and everything, we took the DNA test. When we took the DNA test, that was back in like my son was I want to say 4 going on 5. So that was back in 2009. Okay, when the results came back from the DNA test and everything, we had a meeting. There was a meeting with my daddy, his wife, my stepmama. It was me and my extra person I'm married to. So anyway, during that time, my dad and my stepmom said this would be the time to tell, you know, y'all son about this news. Instead, my extra person said, no, he's going to take care of him and everything, that he's his son. I swear on everything. Nigga took the papers, DNA papers. He lit them up in the barbecue pit and he destroyed them. Okay, so like I said, going back, he been knew about this since 2009. Now the problem is, since we're getting a divorce, okay, you know, you ended up telling the biological person that no, that's not his kid, that's your kid, you're going to raise him, you've been there since day one. Now since we're getting a divorce, now it's a problem. Now it's, let's pretend like we didn't know, let's pretend like, you know, let's do the test now, when I told my son and everybody that knew the story within my family that needed to know, including him, knew. So that's why I say, when a person do something to embarrass you, it didn't embarrass me. It more or less, how could you do it to a kid that never even did you anything, that never even talked back smart to you? You know, you decided, I'm going to go back and I'm going to say one thing. With the test results, just like the test results in 2009, just like the test results in 2019, there are 2 copies. There are 2 copies, y'all. There's one for the mama and one for the daddy. So that's why I said, this one wasn't thought out, too well, too planned out or whatever. Like, you really took and you made up a fake name, made up a fake page. You put my name, my son's name, and put your name too, to make it seem like, oh, poor me, this and that. No, we're not going to go there, because I can stand behind everything that I do. But since all of this has happened, it's like I stood in my truth. I ended up, I didn't get on here. I didn't act a ass and everything. And I want to say to anybody, because I can say what I did. When you do stuff, when you make mistakes and everything, yes, you got to stand in your truth. But when you stand in your truth and you don't act a fool towards somebody that's trying to act a fool and pretend like they didn't know all of this and poor woe is me and stuff. Even when we went to child support court, the same thing the judge said, I told her, I said, Your Honor, he been knowing this over 12 years. And now all of a sudden, again, since we're getting divorced, it's the problem. I done had stuff. Female number 6, I'm going to call it, my extra person has female number 6 now. So female number 6 ended up sending me a meme. I don't have it right now, but I can gladly show anybody who needs receipts. Even she, before the last set of DNA papers on 2019, she was even playing on my phone. That's how come I got a new phone number. For those that really know me, I had to change my phone number and stuff. But even she was playing on my phone, sending me memes about, bitch, that baby ain't his and this and that. So that's why I say, again, and if you look at the date from that email and everything, and then you look at the date from this so-called just finding out in 2019 DNA papers, you'll know they've been knowing. So again, I call her girl number 6 because I'm legally married. She's number 6 that I know of, but trying to be messy. So that's why I say, you know what? I'm going to keep praying and doing my part. And ever since like all of that happened, that mess, it's like my viewers have grown. Anybody that's I haven't noticed any fall offs from people, but if they did fall off or whatever, then guess what? That's on y'all, because you're not me. You don't really know what happened until I just now told you. And if you still don't accept me, then I'm still fine. Guess what? I'm going to keep on telling my story. I'm going to keep on helping other people and stuff. And if you want to call me the biggest hoe, guess what? Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe. You want me to sing it to you? You want me to twerk it for you? I can stand in my truth. So that's why I say I'll tell anybody that's been through stuff and they did not handle things the way that they should have. There's always a time for you to come back. Like I said, back then I was 23, 24. I did not handle it well. But I'm 42 years old now. I learned how when people do stuff to call themselves shaming you and doing whatever, you don't sit up there. You don't act a fool. You don't tell them nothing bad. Let them be. Just let them be. Because when you really know people, like I know the miserable soul that's trying to do everything to punish me, when a person is like really miserable. When you know them, So that's why I'll tell anybody, keep praying, stay focused in everything. There's so many blessings that's in it for you. Like right now, I have so many because the numbers are rising. But from the streets of calling now, I'm at 2,400 views. I have 500 and something followers. I'm going to keep on doing what I have to do. I'm going to keep on, sharing what happened to me, what's in my life. And if you feel like it's bashing you, then guess what? I'm talking about my life. The things that you did in it, that you were a part of it, guess what? Change and be a better person like I have. But I'm not going to stop helping people. I'm not going to. There are people out there that's hurting. There are people out there that feel alone and stuff like that. And I want to say too, from that situation of trying to embarrass me, my kid, I want to say God is so good because, again, my kid was, when I told him about it, because I don't like to keep him in the dark, he was like, this is even more messed up. And I told him, no, it's not. And it ended up being more of a blessing for him. So things are moving into whereas you take something that you never had in a person not doing the right thing, and that person that's supposed to be there and come along, guess what? Even though my son didn't play in a game, he was there. He was there watching him. You know, he came out, he came to support him. So that's why I say, you know, you take your time. Tell let me see. I'm sorry, tell whoever trying to scandalize your name, let them, God, drop the charges. You are a God of God. Girl, guess what? I say yes. I'm going to pray for that person. And this is another thing too. I'm happy that you said that. You learn to, when people want to make fun of you, when people want to tell the things that you did, but they don't tell the beginning of the story. They don't tell what made you do the things that you do. Because see, I'm the type of person before, and that's my problem too when I was 23. I wasn't a starter, but because it was started with me, I finished it. And again, I want to tell anybody else that's in that mind frame too, don't do that. Don't go there. You know, you be bigger. Be the bigger and be the better person. And, you know, don't be that finisher. Because when you're that finisher, just like there are consequences. But I want to say this. I thank God. And I'm smiling so hard because it's like, my baby has gotten, out of all of this, he has gotten somebody that's so much better. Like at the time when all of this was going on, all of us were young. But it's like, you know, I reached out to the person. I told him what was going on. And it's like he's more mature and everything. So in the end, my baby ended up with, you know, a person that's better, you know. So that's why I say, and just keep praying, y'all. I got caught in a moment. Just keep praying. And I want to say too, also one more thing, forgiveness. When somebody does something to you really, really bad, or, you know, so they say, I'm going to get her back, I'm going to fix her or whatever. You got to forgive people like that. Because the one thing that I had to take into account too, I tell people when they ask what size shoes those are, I say, when you can walk in them, then you'll know. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. Yes. That's beautiful. I like that. But yes, forgiveness. You gotta forgive people because of I have spent over 15 years being shamed of different stuff. Because one thing I gotta get back on, one thing that I did tell the baby mama from, you know, the not baby mama, not girl number 6, baby mama number 3 that he have, not this one. We not on this one right now. We on the beginning one that he lied about. But you know, I told her, I didn't know nothing about you. You know, she made my life a living. Like when I say hell, she made my life a living hell. And one thing I told her, and that's females need to understand this. When a dude do something wrong, like he know that y'all supposed to be together, he lied the whole time. Don't get mad at the other female, get mad at him. Now, there is other circumstances. We're going to go back to girl number 6, baby mama number 3. For her, yes, there's a reason to, I had to pray, and I had to pray her off because of, again, she was sending those memes and stuff trying to be funny, talking about, bitch, you know that baby ain't his and this and that. Again, I'll show y'all the papers. You know, I got to dig for it. But you just be better. Be better than everybody that's trying to destroy you. And so, and that's where it's like, you know, I really had to think about it. One of my friends that, how can I say this? I said to forgive him and the person that has done you wrong, but also to one thing that I had to forgive myself because, again, for years, I carried that on me. I went to see psychiatrists. I went to see social workers and stuff. And when I was talking about mental health, that's what I was talking about, tying that into this. I was saying basically, you know, I didn't handle the situation well. I should have walked away. Every psychiatrist that I have seen, they have all said the same thing. Social workers, it wasn't that you did not handle it well. You handled it like any other woman would handle it. And my problem was I didn't want to be like other people that they've seen because they've had a lot of cases like this. So I wanted to be better. So like I tell anybody, work every day, you know, work on yourself, grow, you know, just don't be stupid and don't be petty and stuff. Because again, another thing, when you're dealing with stupid, petty people, like people that like to argue and stuff, they get excited, like they happy, they like miserable already, so they want you to argue back and forth with them, act a fool and stuff like that. And I see myself helping people from my life, from my mistakes that I made and stuff. I see myself honestly helping people, you know, wanting to grow and stuff like that. So I just feel like now, you know, prayer is the best answer. Move on. Guess what? Oh, breaking up. Can you hear me now? Can you hear it now?